But I would like to go back a bit to your litigation. Just this last question for today is when and why did your case move from Supreme Court to the National Green Tribunal?
When the case began, the judges told all the respondents, I know you all will sleep over everything and won't take any action unless we post the case every month. That will keep you on your toes and on the subject and so on. Over time, that got diluted to 3 months, 4 months. And then there was these cases, the PILs were always heard only in the Chief Justice's bench, no other bench. So there was a Parsi CJI, I think Justice Barucha. I was very happy that, you know, I'd have a environmentally aware Parsi person. I didn't realize that he did not want to be seen as close to the petitioner or something. So he simply never posted the case. The case was never posted from 2011 till 2014. And all the hope that I had that, now we'll really get traction, now we'll get momentum. In fact, it was a full breaks and deadly silence. Then ultimately, when the case did come up after that CGI left, in the meantime, Rohinton Nariman, a lawyer, became a judge. And he was sitting on the bench, the CGI bench, the day that finally the registrar posted it for the new CGI to hear. So I go there also with anticipation, and the way it goes in the court, the judges will take this and they'll throw the paper like that down onto the desk of the clerk in front of them. And Nariman said, I recuse myself, because he happened to be friends with my sister's husband, who was a judge of the Supreme Court, Sam Varyava. And I used to stay at his house when I would go to Delhi for the cases. So I felt very injured by this. Every Parsi is practically related to every other Parsi. Does this mean that no Parsi can ever have justice in a court if there is a Parsi CJI or a Parsi judge? So then that was the first time that the case left the Chief Justice bench when Nariman recused. And he posted it the next month or next hearing to a different bench other than the CGI bench. So when that case came, the judges sort of looked around and said, what is this? This is an all India case. This is an environmental case. What is it doing in the Supreme Court? Why isn't it in the NGT? Send this case to the NGT. So from June of 15, when finally the posting was there, it was sent to the NGT, who also fumbled for a while and said, what is this? And all this volume of stuff, and what are we going to do with it? They finally got to grips with it in December. And I have to say they did a very competent and brisk job. 2015 June, I think the Supreme Court sent it to NGT. From December, they started seriously hearing it. And by end December of 16, they gave the final order, 143 pages, some 29-point judgment and so on. That's for another time. That's how it ended up with the NGT, because the second bench said, this has no business to be in the Supreme Court in front of me. A national case on environment.
Didn't that surprise you at that point of time that the judges before this didn't recommend that it should be moved to the NGT? Or?
Frankly, it didn't surprise me because I wasn't really that aware of the NGT or that I belonged there, what they would do or anything. It was new for me. I was sort of plodding along in the Supreme Court. I don't know when the NGT was formed, because as I said, there was not a single posting of my case from 2011 to 2014. And the NGT only actually took it up the following year, 2015.